Welcome to another edition of Walton Entertainment. Today we'll have more news, information, and entertainment from your local hometown.
Thank you, Renee. So good afternoon. Who is excited to be here today? This is our February meeting, and guess what? In a few days is Valentine's. So I know everybody is excited about that. And as we look around the room, we're displaying that it is Valentine's Day coming up. Just as a reminder, so you have no excuse to forget. I am with Walton EMC, and Walton EMC is a nonprofit, member-owned electric company. We offer many different services through our subsidiary companies. We're not just an electric company, but we also own a natural gas company called Walton Gas, which we serve over 70,000 customers, and that is throughout the state of Georgia. We also own 3 community solar farms. And for our electric customers, over a 10-county, we have over 130,000 customers. In December, we gave back $8.4 million to our customers from excess revenue. Our CEO and staff and board of directors work continuously together to keep up with the times to help expand not only our growth, but the counties we service in order to bring more businesses and members to our county. Again, we are not just a power company. Walton EMC operates on a set of cooperative principles. We put a lot of focus on our 7th cooperative principle, which is concern for community. We do this through our employee charities, and through our charity fundraisers. We have raised over $165,000 through our charity events. This money comes from none of the power bills. This is purely our employees getting out and raising the money for this. And it goes to several different organizations throughout our county, throughout our city. We really concentrate on every money that we give back locally. We have a Walton EMC Charity Golf Classic, which supports our Boys and Girls Club. We do a Bud Wiley Memorial, which goes back to the Walton County Special Olympics. We hold a Secret Santa golf tournament each year, and it's towards the end of the year, and we use it to give back toys and help fish with making sure that families have a Christmas in our community. We also hold, in August, we hold a Walton EMC charity sporting clay shoot, which goes back to a local organization that supports breast cancer awareness. We also give back through our employee volunteerism, where our employees give their time to volunteer to the community to groups like FISH, Walton County Senior Citizens, the Boys and Girls Club, Walton County Special Olympics, and many more. We also focus on giving back to education. Education is vital to our company. In 2019, we gave $360,000 to Walton County schools that applied for grants, and we gave over 56 schools the grants to help out in the schools. We also give back through our Operation Roundup giving program, and this is supported by our customers. We gave over $556,000 to individuals and groups that were in need. We also gave $348,000 in scholarships to schools that are on our 10-county service territory. In closing, I would be remiss if I did not mention one of our biggest gains due to our effort in looking into the future and getting into the solar business. And also, I have to give a little bit of credit to Shane Shore and his crew for bringing this company into our service territory. So, and I'm sure most of y'all know who that is, and that is our Facebook. So we were very excited, and we appreciate Shane for bringing that. It was one of our biggest gains in 2019. So as you can see, this is why I am proud of Walton EMC and to be part of their family, and why I am Walton proud. Before I sit down, I want to introduce some of my cohorts, because with every company, every organization, there has to be a team that is willing to give back. So I would like to ask my co-workers in the middle table to stand and give them a big hand. Thank you, Terry, for allowing us to be a sponsor of this event, and thank you at the Chamber for everything that you do. At this time, I would like to introduce our program speaker, which is Shane Short. He'll be speaking on our economic development. Shane Short is the Executive Director of the Development Authority of Walton County. He has served in this capacity since July 2013. In this capacity, he is responsible for recruitment and retention of industrial companies looking to locate or expand in Walton County. The Authority of Walton County has seen an increase in new jobs over 4,700 and announced expansions, new and industry, for over $42 billion. Prior to Walton County, Shane served as the President CEO of the Jackson County Area Chamber of Commerce, where he is responsible for overseeing the Chamber of Commerce and the county's economic development. During Shane Short's tenure with the Jackson Chamber, he and his economic development team recruited over $632 million in new business and over 3,200 new jobs in the community. Those companies included such top names as Toyota, Bed Bath & Beyond, Carter's, Oshkosh, Kubota, Walgreens, Tiger Direct, Safe Light, and many, many more. Prior to his service in Jackson County, Shane served as the President, CEO of the Clayton County Chamber of Commerce. While there, he created the county's first economic development summit, the Clayton Summit, which annually brought community leadership together to focus on community direction for economic development. Please join me in welcoming Shane Short.
Thank you, Kathy. I tell you, there's no better economic development partner than Walton EMC, and we really appreciate all that you guys do for this community and helping us. So I tell you, it takes a lot of people to make economic development successful, and without great partners like Walton EMC, our county, cities, and all the rest of our utility partners, and especially our school systems, it makes economic development more difficult if you don't have people working together, and we're very proud of what EMC and the rest of the team does for economic development. So, Joshua, I might need a little help on my computer there. See if we can. We've been having technical difficulties this morning, so hopefully we'll get through this. So I just want to start by first telling you about, there's more data than I can tell you today at this luncheon on your table, and this report that we printed out for you. You can feel free to take that back with you. You'll see some interesting facts about Walton County. I'll tell you that, you know, when you look in here and you start looking at population trends and job trends especially, they go up but not quite so much. Well, this data doesn't include a lot of our most recent successes, and I didn't think we could do better than Facebook. Someone said to me, "What are you going to do now?" And I just said, "Hold my beer." We're just getting started. So, fast facts about Walton County's economy. Our economy is strong and growing, just like most economies across the nation today. But Walton County in particular is positioned really well for where we are today. We are at historical unemployment. Manufacturing jobs are the fastest growing sector of our economy in terms of new job creation. And we love that, because the more manufacturing jobs that we can recruit here in Walton County and at Staten Springs, the more it helps offset our tax base for the residential property owners. So we really, really like that. And really, we are just beginning. So today's program, though, I have to tell you, I'm sorry to surprise you, it's not about economic development. And I know some of you may have come here today to learn a little more information, and I'll be happy to sit down and talk to you at some other time about what's going on and maybe some surprises we may have down the road. Today's program is really about Terry Smiley. And I know Terry's a little surprised at this moment, and probably most of you. But I've been planning this now since Terry asked me to be the February speaker at the luncheon. So today's about celebrating Terry's 25 years of service to the Chamber of Commerce and this community. That is a rarity in the chamber world, where most chamber presidents, if they're there in one place today for 5 years, that's a long time. To have somebody in that position for 25 years is extremely unusual. I would guarantee you that Terry couldn't name on one hand her colleagues in this industry who have been there as long as she has. Not many of them at all. It's rare. But Terry, we want to thank you for what you've done for Walton County, and we've got a few people here today that are going to say a few things. You know, we'll keep it short, as short as we can, but I'm going to start. So, as most of you know, Terry's been on a diet this past year. In fact, she looks pretty good, don't you think? So I finally figured out her success this past week.
You're not look at my plate.
Terry gets plenty of exercise jumping to conclusions, pushing other people's luck, and dodging deadlines. And Terry has a way with words. In fact, it amazes me how she can compliment somebody and insult them at the same time. Just last week, I came into the office wearing a coat and tie. She said, "You look nice today." I almost didn't recognize you. Thank you, Terry. And last week, you know, she's the boss, so she can boss people around a little bit. So she told Carrie Rowe, put together a new presentation about chamber membership so that she could show it to prospective members. So Carrie said, well, when you do that, you need to make sure that you open up with some kind of joke, get people laughing and going on, you know, before you get into your presentation. Put them in a good mood. So the first slide in Carrie's presentation was a copy of her pay stub. With all jokes aside, Terry, thank you for what you do for the Chamber, for Walton County and beyond. And congratulations on your 25 years of service. So our next speaker coming to the podium is Terry Braswell, past chair of the Chamber of the Board.
Now I know why all my past chairmen. Can you hear me in the back? I'm a little voice challenged today. Okay. Terry, I am the nice chamber chair. Remember? I remember. Okay, so I'm going to say, Terry, I'm the good Terry. Yeah, exactly. We were Terry, and then we had a Gary and a Carrie during our little reign, and it was really kind of comical. But anyway, so I'm going to say nice things, okay. So I shall begin. Okay, first and foremost, Terry Smiley is my friend. Initially, we met as business acquaintances, but that didn't last long. I don't talk to Terry every day. I don't see her every day, but I know that if she needed anything or if I needed anything, we would be there for each other. This Terry joined the chamber in probably, I guess about 12 years ago. We need to find that out. I really have no clue. And I have enjoyed it tremendously. Early on, Terry Smiley encouraged me. She put me on committees, which I'm sure she's done that to many of you. And she apparently trusted me because the next thing I knew, I was in leadership. Shortly afterwards, I became the 2016 Chamber Chairperson. What an honor. Terry had my back every step of the way. She made things easy. Terry prepared programs that I didn't always follow. Remember that? Terry wrote many speeches for me, and I'm a little ADD, and I would read them and read them and read them and read them and read them, and then I would change and change and change, and I would call Terry and say, well, I've got one more change. And Terry was so, kind about it, and she never complained. She always corrected. It wasn't a correction, but she always changed my speeches so that I would be comfortable. Terry prepared me for every detail for every meeting. She always knew the answers to every question, and she always had and has the solutions for every situation. I may have been her greatest challenge before Brock Toole, of course. But if so, she never let me know. We shared many laughs, and we enjoyed and continue to enjoy chamber events together, and we went on a couple of chamber cruises together. Through the years, I saw Terry go through many good times, a few sad times, and of course a few bad times. I saw Terry act with class and grace in all circumstances. I watched Terry as she supported others. I saw her embrace our crazy ideas such as Walton Proud. I watched as Terry made things happen again and again. Terry was and is proactive, and she is the most organized person that I have ever met. Terry is a master of planning, and she lives the word multitask. Terry Smiley loves Monroe, and Terry loves every person in every community in Walton County. From the chamber standpoint, Terry cares about your company, Terry cares about your success, and most importantly, Terry cares about you. Terry is inclusive, and she will always welcome you. Congratulations, Terry Smiley, on your 25th, and this makes me cry, on your 25th anniversary as our president of the Walton County Chamber of Commerce. We are so fortunate and blessed to have you. I love you, Terry, and you are my dear friend. You are a leader's leader. Thank you. Thank you.
She might not have complained to you, Terry, but I heard it. You already heard from me, so we'll skip that one. Our next speaker coming up is Jenny Givens, and I know Jenny's got some great stuff for us.
Thank you. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Jenny Givens. I own Jenny's Custom Embroidery, and I'm honored to have been asked to speak today. 13 years ago, when we began our company, my father gave me some very sound advice, and that was join the chamber. And considering he was my CFO, and I thought he was a pretty wise guy, I said, yes, sir, and I joined the chamber. Honestly thinking that it would just put me in a business directory. I really just had no idea at that time just how much the chamber does. And little did I know just the huge impact there. And in typical Jenny fashion, I just jumped right in, go big or go home is kind of my motto. And it's just been a great ride. So I've served in various capacities for the past 13 years and worked with Terry in many different roles. When I was asked to speak today about our fearless leader, I reflected mainly on those first few years. And one thing specifically stood out to me that I believe all of us in this room have felt and experienced. As at the time a 26-year-old, do not do any math to determine my age, but as a 26-year-old at the time, female entrepreneur in a new community with 0 sales and just the intimidation of starting a business from scratch, I will never forget how Terry made me feel when I joined this chamber. I have to just tell a quick little story. My first event at the chamber was a luncheon, and it was when the table was set up over there, and I was late. And so I looked through the door and thought, there's a seat right there, not realizing that was the head table. So I was terrified, and I walked in and went straight to it and went, this is the head of the table, and kind of turned real quick. And that was my first experience. Needless to say, I was a little nervous, and after that, it was just kind of, here we are, welcome, here's Jenny. But I'll never forget how Terry made me feel, and she immediately made me feel comfortable when I walked through those doors, welcomed, and that a small, tiny startup business with some spunky 26-year-old mattered. And I had a true sense that she cared about me individually. She cared about the success of our company, and that I had a place with this chamber. You have a true sense that she wants you to grow and wants to see you individually grow, your company grow, your team grow, and she celebrates in those successes. I know you've experienced that as well, but taking kind of a more small business approach to it, that has always meant the most to me. It doesn't matter if you are the one employee of your company or you have a small team, which thankfully we have now. I have a great team. Or you're the largest employer in Walton County. You have a place at the table, and Terry makes you feel that way. And to me, that's what makes our chamber incredible, is that we're all a part of it and we're all included. And as far as organization, I know Terry talked about it. If you ever get asked to volunteer, it's actually fun because you're not doing all of the work. You come in and she hands you your information. It says, say this here and say this then, and don't forget to do this. And so it's a true pleasure to enjoy to serve alongside with Terry. But Walton County, we are truly blessed to have her at the helm. And I am honored to call you friend. And thank you so much for what you do for us and for this community.
Thank you, Jenny. Next, our past chairman of the board, Brock Toole, coming from us from Oconee County now.
Sorry. Well, you were wondering why I was so dressed up, George.
I've been telling Rod to come back, but I didn't know he was coming back for this.
Well, and it's kind of funny, when I walked in, she said, what are you doing here? And I said, well, you keep telling me to come back. So, anyhow, of course, I don't have a speech prepared because Terry didn't write it for me. So, that's right. I mean, it's the truth, though. She'd always say, don't worry about your speech, I got you. So, what I will tell y'all, though, is a few things. First of all, she knows I love her. And she's a wonderful woman. We all know this. But I want to tell a few stories, if that's okay. I know she's scared that I'm going to cuss up here today, and I'm not. Anyway, we were talking, and right before Jenny took over, Jenny said, Brock, I think I filled in more times for you as chair that I'm going to have to do meetings this year. And I said, it's okay, Jenny. I'll come back in and fill in for you. And she said, no, you won't. And I didn't, but I'm gonna share one quick story, and then I'm gonna kind of share the story of how I met Terry. But it was a meeting. It was on a Wednesday, and I had a concert the Tuesday night before in Atlanta. And for those of y'all that don't know me, I'm a big music fan. Love concerts. Well, I stayed up a little too late, and she had Jenny on standby because she thought Jenny was gonna have to do the meeting. So I rolled up in here, and she looked at me, she goes, oh my gosh, I'm surprised you're here. I said, I told you I'd be here. And she said, well, so you went home last night? I said, no, I hadn't been asleep yet. So I rolled in, we did the meeting, we had a good time. But I'm gonna tell you how I met Terry. When I first came here, I moved here from Douglas, Georgia, and Joanne Lewis was the chamber president down there, and Joanne was another person that was really connected in the community, a great lady. And she said, when you go to Monroe, make sure, kind of like Eugene, make sure you join the chamber. There's a great person up there. So I went to all the chambers that were around, various chambers in the area, because I worked for Walmart and we serviced all the areas. So I went to various ones, got met, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. I got here, and Terry was just like open arms, like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And we started talking about things, and I told her who I was and what I was doing. And she said, well, y'all are already a member of the chamber. And I said, well, that's great. And we went through everything. She said, you think you could be a bigger member? And I said, yeah, maybe, we'll see how all this goes. Well, needless to say, the next year she got me involved, got me to meet a lot of you in this room. It felt so good coming back today, and I promise I won't stay gone as long. But you bring to this community something that hardly no other community has. And that's why people are going to stand up here and they're going to say the things about you, and it makes it feel like home. And that's something very, very, very genuine. And that's what you have. You have a genuine quality that a lot of people don't possess. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So you are the lady, the legend, the myth. You are doing great, and I know you will continue. And just know that I love you. And if I can ever do anything for you, I gladly will. Mm-hmm.
And we all know our next speaker, former superintendent of the Walton County School System, past chairman of the board.
You went by age in lining this up.
Mr. Hop.
George is older than me. I'm not older.
Well, this is my last time here.
No. I'm Gary Hobbs, for those of you that don't know me, and I'm retired and enjoying every minute of it. So anyway, this is about as dressy as I get anymore right here, but thanks for giving me this opportunity, Shane, and thanks for doing this to recognize Terry today, and it's of course my honor and privilege to do so. I had the privilege to work with Terry as a member of the chamber for many years, and then she talked me into being chairman of the board. I didn't want to do that. I felt like it ought to be a business person, and I was an educator. But anyway, she talked me into it, and I was concerned about having time to do that. And of course, like everybody else has said, she made it really easy. But you know, of all the people I've worked with, and I'm 70 years old now, I don't mind telling you that, and I'm real proud of that, you know. But of all the people I've worked with in the 45 years in the military and in education that I've worked with, and it's been hundreds of people, Terry is one of the most dedicated and hard-working people I've ever known. Her work ethic to make the chamber and our community better is absolutely unmatched, and I really mean that sincerely. She is a master at her job to multitask the way she does, and of course she's well known throughout this state. As a board chair, you go for some training with Terry down, and we went to Macon, and from the time we walked in the room, everybody in the state is, "Hey Terry, how did you do this? How did you do this?" And she's just recognized throughout this state as just an outstanding chamber president. And the executives all over the state feel that way. And our chamber is so successful because Terry truly cares about everyone and values their opinions and ideas. Her position requires her to work with so many different personalities and kind of people. And she has the rare ability to use everyone's strengths in different ways to make each volunteer feel valuable and really important to the chamber. Her positive attitude and enthusiasm just makes volunteering easy and fun, and many of you know that, and you've been involved with the chamber for years and years because of that. If it wasn't fun, you wouldn't do it, and we wouldn't have so many volunteers. And I know we're coming up on a big membership drive, and we just had a room full of folks volunteered the other day to do it. And of course, we had a crazy guy with a purple uniform up front, but you know, it was exciting, it was enthusiastic, and I'm looking forward to it. It's coming up in March 3rd or 4th. And if you're not involved, I need you on my team March 3rd or 4th, so let me know. I think most of all, however, Terry is so successful because she is a wonderful, caring person. And that's what it all boils down to in the end. And she's a good friend to everyone that's involved in the chamber and everyone in Walton County. Thank you, Terry, for all you do for this county. We appreciate it so much.
And our last speaker today coming up, Renee, I'll give you the podium. By the way, there were so many, let me just do this right before you, if you don't mind, before you come up. How many of you in the room, if you will, just stand, have either served on the chamber board as one of the officers or past president? Would you just stand, let us see you for just a moment. These people dedicate a lot of time to running this Chamber of Commerce, and we owe you an applause for what you do.
Like I said, Brock stole my line. I don't have a speech because Terry didn't write it for me. She should really work for the President of the United States because she writes great speeches, and I tend to not follow them very well anyway, but I try. So I just want to say thank you so much for all you've done to help our business grow, and I am, just like everyone else said, I consider you such a great friend. So we have a little something for you. I'm going to run over there and get it right quick. Just to say thank you for all that you have done for us. And you thought Jenny had brought in a box full of t-shirts. We thought since you travel so much that you would really enjoy this. Yes, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. So let's everybody stand up and give her a hand of applause. I mean, she is just so fabulous.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
This is Thursday, February the 13th, and we're downtown Monroe for the big chocolate walk. And as you can see, there are a lot of people out here getting their chocolates. Are y'all getting ready for the big chocolate walk?
Yes, sir. We're kind of halfway done it. We've gone to these places. We may have skipped some of them, but...
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Is it? And you can get all your chocolates so you can have it for Valentine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you. And there's some more people here getting their chocolates. We're at the museum right now.
It's a nice thing. The families are coming out and everybody's happy. And even some people say trick or treat.
I've seen a lot of families out. They're getting their chocolate for Valentine's, aren't they?
I think so.
Okay. And what do they pick up here?
They pick up the first bag, the first chocolate, and the map, and then go on their merry way.
Okay, all right. Do you know how many years this is of having this?
This is, I think, the
third year?
I think the third
Okay.
year.
And if people haven't done this, they need to, don't they?
They need to come out. It's a great thing, and everybody's very happy and excited. They're like kids again.
And here are some more people on the chocolate walk. There's really a big turnout today. It's just a little bit nippy, but it has quit raining, so people are coming out. And we're here at the Art Guild, and you can see there are a lot of people here getting their chocolates.
Walton Center for the Arts. We're at the Chocolate Walk. We've already served hundreds of people, it feels like. We're giving away our class list. Lots going on here in the next couple of weeks. And tonight, if you were here, you get to sign up for our free email newsletter and get entered to win a $25 gift card. So I hope y'all got to come out and enjoy the weather and the chocolate and the beautiful town that we have and all the fun that we're having. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
Court Square, and as you can see, several people around here, and over to the side of me, they're making s'mores, I believe. So we're going to go over there and shoot a little bit of that. And they're getting their marshmallows here. And they're going over to the fire pit, and they're roasting their marshmallows.
Marshmallows and chocolate dip pretzels.
Chocolate dip, marshmallows, and pretzels. Sounds like a winner to me.
Yes.
I've been waiting for you to come around and tell me the truth about everything that you're going through. My girl, you've got nothing to lose. Cold nights and the Sunday mornings on your way out of the grave. I've got time, I've got love, our confidence, you'll rise above. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Crowded town or a silent bed. Pick a place to rest your head. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. I've been dreaming about us, working hard and saving it up. We'll go see the man on the moon. My girl, we've got nothing to lose. Cold nights and the Sunday mornings on your way out of the grave. I've got time, I've got love, got confidence, you'll rise above. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Crowded town or a silent bed. Pick a place to rest your head. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. My girl. It takes one hot second to turn it around. It's one hot second to turn it around. I've got time, I've got love, got confidence, you'll rise above. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Crowded town or a silent bed. Pick a place to rest your head. Give me a minute to hold my girl. Give me a minute to hold my girl.
You can see there are a lot of people out here today on the chocolate walk, and really there's I believe more adults than children. So families are really taking advantage of this. You just see the total families, and then I'm seeing more adults, I think, than children. Are y'all out on the chocolate walk?
We are.
Oh, me. Are you having fun on the chocolate walk? Have you gotten a bunch of chocolate so far? Good, good.
It's really yummy.
Getting a lot for Valentine, right?
That's right.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you for coming out.
Are you in need of tractor work, bush hogging, grading, cleaning, sod installs, and drainage repair? Then you need Bold Springs Landscape Solutions. Bold Springs Landscape Solutions is a licensed, insured, and certified landscape solutions company. Their services include grading and drainage, bush hogging and clearing work, as well as fencing, landscape, and sod installation. Contact Bold Springs Landscape Solutions today.
Hi, Sean.
My name is Sean Westbrook. I go by Blanks.
Blanks.
You don't have to call me that. This is a song. Thank you. Very soothing, this song. I was sure in time I'd be happy, but in time I found my flaws. Thought it was everlasting, but in time it's them you saw. I was overseen, you still overthink. You're scared that your hair is pink, but all I notice is your eyes are green. I tried to face the music, move on with my life, but all of that sheet music isn't the style that you write. Your name is in my daydreams, I can't escape your face. I rewrote your lyrics, but memories don't erase. Why am I upset? Not like it's me. So why is he upset? Think you'd agree. Got all my time now, can do what I want. Got no one to chain down, but I'm scared of where you've come. Sing song, sing song. I'm just a scarecrow for the birds to sit upon. So that one was inspired by Peter Griffin. Yeah, okay. This next one, if I can remember it. Oh yeah, okay. Shout out Jackson Rhodes. Moving to a trance, yeah, moving to a trance. Yo, patterns in your status, this is mathematic. Get it right, get it right. Hard-headed brush fire, speak to his mind, speak to the rush choir. Preach left and right, all my clothes designer. Gonna run my own line, too many new dollars. need a cosign, cosign, cosign. Give me one moment while I cosign. Neck up from the waist side, fake pride, fake pride. My religion is a slash line, my religion is a hash pipe, my religion is a free ride, designated to drive, proof on the waist side. Like it's your weapon, feeling protected, running the fences. You'll leave the your jacks, but you'll leave the fenceless. Yeah, life is and better you'll get it from the cabinet. Fentanyl coming in your avarice, calculating concerns like abacus, abracadabrus. Another magic trick, Expelliarmus Fortego, Durango on the payroll, Emperor's new clothes, fool's gold. I got that. What if I hate how my story is told? Hands down on my cards fold. They love you till you grow old. I said beauty is pain, but pain gets you famous. So why am I nameless? So why am I nameless? Beauty is pain, and pain gets you right from the start. Don't drive too far, 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 far, far. Sleeping with the fishes, I kept my 3 wishes, I kept making hits and I kept getting misses. The misses still missing the way we were kissing. I hate that the world wants the names of my kids and I wanna keep them in the dark. Spotlight makes you bite bigger than your bar. What if I hate how my story is told? What if I hate how my story is told? Oh. Was a mine of yours, all in my chest where my heart was before. I wanted to write you, tell you how I feel. I'm looking at the whole world and I don't like my deal. I was gonna write you and tell you how I feel, but there's so many love songs, baby, it won't feel real. This mask in my security, they laugh, but it's still hurting me. If you ain't got yourself, what have you got to lose? What would they do if I tied the news? Bet I will finally make the news, that's my go-to solution, my go-to solution. I'm a coward from the womb, signed into this, I know what to do. Soon as you get old, they're replacing you, they're erasing you, copy-pasting you. It's a doom and doom I'm accustomed to, and so are you, I shall be numb to the pain. It's got some new font to its name, but that don't mean that it's changed. Cause it never changes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I know that one. Thank you. Okay. So this might become a surprise, but I'm actually I'm 5 years old. So this last one is a cover. It's this last one is called Self Control by Frank. Excuse me. This last one's called Frank Control by Self Ocean. So yeah. Cut your hair, but you used to live a blinded life. Wish I was there, wish we'd grown up on the same advice, and our time was right. Keep a place for me, I'll sleep between y'all, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. Some nights you dance with tears in your eyes, and I came to visit, 'cause you see me like a UFO, that's like never, and you made me lose my self-control, and you made me lose my self-control. Keep a place for me, I'll sleep between y'all, it's nothing, it's nothing, it's nothing. Keep a place for me.
So thank you for having me and inviting me, Barbara. Actually, I need one more thing. Now, just okay. So my name's Julia. I'm 21. I have a daughter. She's so beautiful. She was here, but she had to go home. She was too rowdy. But I have been singing and playing guitar and playing piano since I was 7 years old. It's been a really long time, 16 years. But this song that I'm going to share with you is a song that I wrote. It is about my grandma. She passed away about 11 years ago. The anniversary of her death date was actually February 2nd, so it was recent. But this is a song I wrote for her, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you all for having me.
A
quite get the sense of what it's like when you see it static, but when you see it fly and you actually, you know, can get in the aircraft and sense that there's, you know, that it's not like a modern 747 or something like that where it's a sealed aircraft. It's completely open. It's, you know, nothing between you and the outside except a thin layer of aluminum. So we just, you know, want people to realize that, you know, these guys went through pretty horrible conditions, you know, people shooting at them, flak going off, freezing temperatures. I mean, at altitudes of, you know, 25, 30,000 feet, it could be anywhere from -30 to -60 degrees. So all they had is, you know, just electrically heated suits to keep them warm. And, you know, if those went out, it was pretty miserable conditions.
First off, my name is Ray Fowler. I'm the Liberty Foundation Chief Pilot. Thank you. This is a great turnout. This is the first stop of our 2013 season with the Memphis Belle, and I see some familiar faces that flew with us last time we were out here, which is great.
gunnery instructor at Tyndall Field at Panama City, and I instructed the B-24, but the B-24 was in such demand because it would haul more bombs and was a little faster, etc. So we used B-17s to train the students, and so that's how I flew on the B-17.
Well, of course, the first invasion I made was Sicily with the British. That was exciting. We got hit there pretty good. The next one was D-Day, and the next one was southern France. And then 30 days later, we went into Holland.